Hello everybody, it is Lilo doing a quick discussion video talking about the new power-up that Luffy gained in chapter 1010. Now, Luffy in chapter 1010, he stops an attack from Kaido. Luffy is in his base form. Not only is he in his weakest form, but he's massively damaged. And this attack here that Luffy is able to stop means that Luffy was able to at least match the power of this attack, if not slightly surpass it, because he was able to stop the attack itself. Now, this attack here is relative in power to the Thunder Bagua from chapter 992 that actually knocked Luffy out while he was in Gear 4. Kaido is in his Man-Beast form transformation state, and that is a very big power-up. If we look back to when Luffy fought Lucy in their second battle, Luffy and Lucy, they're about even to each other in their base forms, with Lucy having the slight advantage, and then Luffy transforms into Gear 2nd and Lucy transforms into Man-Beast form, and they are still just about even to each other in the battle, with Luffy being slightly superior just by a slight margin. Now, that shows that the power-up increase that Lucy gets from Man-Beast form is almost equal to the power-up increase that Luffy gains from Gear 2nd, and that's actually very impressive because Gear 2nd is not just some small little increase, it's stated to be increasing Luffy's physical abilities so much that his body can barely handle it. Luffy, who's known for having immense durability and having incredible endurance feats all throughout pre-time skip and post-time skip, it's a pretty trademark thing for Luffy. For him to get a power-up so intense that his body can barely handle the power he's gaining is a very impressive power-up. The fact that Man-Beast form is able to essentially have almost an equal increase in physical abilities but have none of the physical drawbacks is very amazing. Now, that is Lucy's Man-Beast form. Kaido's Man-Beast form would at least be relative to that increase in power, if not greater than that increase in power in all physical stats. Lucy has a carnivore zone fruit, while Kaido has a mythical zone fruit. That could be reason enough for his increase in strength and physical stats to be greater. And on top of that, Kaido is top tier in the entire world of One Piece. Pre-time skip Lucy was much more a medium tier character. He's pretty relative in power to the Pacifista, which we see Luffy just one-shotting as soon as post-time skip starts up. Kaido's Man-Beast form is an immense power-up, and here we have Luffy just stopping attacks from this Man-Beast form Kaido like it's really no big deal, and Luffy's in his base form. That means Luffy is relative in power to the Thunder Bagua that knocked him out in chapter 982. Luffy can just do kicks with his Advanced Conqueror's Haki in his base form while he's not even in his full power state, and it's relative to that. So that's a big deal. Why? Because the Thunder Bagua that knocked out Luffy in chapter 992 would have knocked out most of the verse in One Piece. For example, it's essentially just anyone who had less durability than Gear 4 Luffy in chapter 992 would also have been one-shotted by that attack. You can look at Luffy versus Katakuri. There's a lot of explanations or reasons you can give for why Luffy won the fight versus Katakuri. You could say, like, for emotional reasons, Katakuri just decided he wanted to stop fighting. A whole list of different things you could say. But if you want to say that Luffy won that fight because he did so much damage to Katakuri that Katakuri could not withstand it anymore, and the damage that Katakuri did to Luffy was able to withstand it, so that was why Luffy won. If that's the way you want to look at the fight, then that means objectively Luffy has greater durability than Katakuri, because Katakuri did significantly more damage to Luffy, yet Luffy was able to withstand it and win the fight anyway. So if you look at it from that perspective, that Luffy won the fight due to having greater durability, then that simply means that Katakuri would have less durability than Luffy, and then anybody with less durability than Katakuri would also be one-shot by the Thunder Bagua from chapter 992 as well. That would include characters like Doflamingo, Cracker, Smoothie, Jinbei. You could make a great argument that Jack, Queen, and King would also all be one-shot by that attack that Kaido did, the Thunder Bagua from chapter 982, meaning Luffy would be capable of one-shotting all of those characters in his base form using Advanced Conqueror's Haki just with a little kick, a normal kick. Another person who would be one-shot by Luffy in his base form, current Luffy in his base form, would be Luffy's previous self. Luffy in chapter 992 would be one-shot by this Luffy as well, which is a big reason why Luffy is feeling so confident, because he got such a big power-up that he would have been capable of one-shotting his previous self. So it's a pretty big deal. And even if you wanted to say that maybe this attack is still a little weaker than Thunder Bagua, if you wanted to say that and say, okay, well, maybe he wouldn't be able to one-shot Katakuri, even if we said that, Gear Second would definitely be capable of doing it, because you add power that's relative to Thunder Bagua, then you just add Gear Second on top of that, which is such a massive power increase that pre-time skip Luffy's body could barely handle the increase. And he's definitely one-shotting Katakuri and characters with less durability than that. And that's just Gear Second, let alone Gear Third, which is stronger than Gear Second, and let alone Gear 4, which is stronger than Gear Third. Luffy has gained a lot of power, which is why he's considered top tier in the verse once he unlocked this Advanced Conqueror's Haki. A couple other feats that are worth mentioning: even before Luffy learned Advanced Conqueror's Haki, his reaction speed and his durability were still scaling above what his Gear 4 state was back in his previous fight with Kaido. And this is proven a couple times throughout chapter 1001 to 1010. In the beginning of the fight, Luffy is able to react to Thunder Bagua and dodge the majority of it, while in their previous battle, Gear 4 Luffy was speed blitzed by it and one-shot by it. That was enraged Gear 4 Luffy, and being enraged actually lowers Luffy's reaction speed because he's unable to see into the future, but still base Luffy in current chapters has greater reaction speed than enraged Gear 4 Luffy did back in chapter 992. And more impressively, Luffy is seen reacting to a Man Beast Form Kaido even before he learns Advanced Conqueror's Haki. He sees attacks from Man Beast Form Kaido coming, blocks them, which means he's reacting to it. Then he's able to dodge an attack from Man Beast Form Kaido directly after that. So essentially, he's dodging a faster and stronger Kaido and reacting to a faster and stronger Kaido in his base form, while previously his Gear 4 state was getting speed blitzed by a weaker and slower Kaido. And then finally, Luffy takes Ragnarok to the face while he's in base form and then just stands back up, which essentially it's just imagine base Kaido then goes Gear Second and does an attack that's stronger than Thunder Bagua, and then Luffy's in his base form and just takes that directly to the face and then stands back up, just stands back up. So that's pretty much what happened from chapter 1009 to 1010 as well. So Luffy, his durability is objectively greater in base form than what it was back in Gear 4, back in chapter 992. So Luffy's very, very powerful now. There's very few people that are stronger than him at this point. That's everything I wanted to cover in this video. Thank you guys for watching, and you guys have a great day.